Hello, we are Craig and Janice, and welcome back to another episode of Cruising Off Duty. We're doing a series where we're at the Annapolis Sailboat Show and we're comparing all the catamarans as to whether it's something we would want to live on. We're continuing in part 2 to cover Fountaine Pajot catamarans. In part 1, we covered the Helia 44 and the Lucia 40-foot. Go back and check out that episode to find out the full details, but just as a Cole's notes, we picked the Helia 44 between those two.
Area and
big shower,
closets, big bathroom, huge linen closets. Like
Helia 44 is definitely one of the contenders.
It's on the list for sure.
Now we'll probably love the next boat and the next boat even better because they're getting even bigger. So. In this episode, we'll be covering the Saona 47-foot and the Saba 50-foot. Okay, so you're on the Saba 50 from Fountaine Pajot. And of course, as the boats get bigger and bigger, there's just more and more space.
This is a beautiful big dining table. Love. This is this would work for me. Like I like woody stuff.
Bigger makes it feel so much.
Lots. The cushions are also very nice. I assume they're an extra, but I love how they're done here. It looks like you could probably take the covers off and wash them. I'm curious now and find out. Flippy? Oh, yes. They look like they come apart. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful big back. Oh yeah. So there's a drop-down bug netting. I guess it goes everywhere. Dingy davits. A little lounging area for moi. Nice flush port light. Very wide deck. This is awesome. No need to duck and crouch under the side stays. We'll go up there in a minute. I know there's a few people. Huge out here. Huge out here. And a little coffee table.
This is cute.
This will work.
Coffee table. Lots of cushions. And then again, these
port lights aren't. The hatches aren't flush.
Are raised again.
You got toe stubbing opportunities.
But it seems to be maybe that other one was a newer model.
Maybe. But this has a little scupper.
Yeah.
And still a large trampoline, almost the full width. I loved sitting on the bow, going over the waves when we did our charter. That was so fun. It was like a little roller coaster. I could do that all day. So.
Oh, she wasn't kidding. When we chartered our catamaran, she sat up there for so many hours, even in big water. Here's where she gets knocked right off the front of the boat.
Oh, now I'm getting the spray up my butt. I lost the camera. Wow, okay. The camera nearly got taken away by that wave. Okay, I would take the camera back, but I am not standing up here.
Good times, good times. Anyway, back to the show.
I hang out there a lot.
Called it the princess seat?
Yeah. Or the kitchen perch. I love sitting there on underway. Huge windows, so this is acceptable. I mean, if one of these in good shape was for sale and we could afford it, maybe we would go for it, even though it might be hard to manage and maintain. Still another room for lying down in the shade here. Cushion.
So as you can see in this one, the table is even bigger than the other two we've just seen. So now it's, instead of a long skinny table, it's a little more big and square. And just like last time, you have an outdoor fridge, stainless fridge. Then you have an ice maker under here. And then over here, oh, maybe not. Usually this is where the freezers are. There's no freezers here. Oh, just storage. So I don't know where the freezers are now. So There is a stove here and a microwave here and a 4-burner here.
Oh, the settee, similar settee, but laid out a bit different on the other side to allow room for this kitchen island. Rather than a U-shaped kitchen or an L shape, you get a full kitchen with a kitchen island.
Yes,
and again, the positioning of the nav station is great. Oh, sorry.
The nav station's
You
here.
can utilize the end of the settee.
As you can see,
Big windows. I love all the light. The windows are amazing, and the sunroofs. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's a TV.
it's a TV. I was just curious. I
TV.
wonder what that is. Oh,
Okay, this will work.
TV on the back
Instead
your
of
island.
being mounted over here where the other ones
The other
were,
one
there's
was like right
shelving.
there. It was kind of-
Doesn't block your.
This is amazing. This works. It's just like a living room. I love the kitchen counters. The sink is bigger. 2 like all full-size sinks, and the oven. Room for the microwave back there. Stove top. Room for all my coffee maker, etc. Latte maker back there. I believe this is the freezer. Ah, and the fridge is here. Yes, same fridge with the pull-out drawers. Lots of places to put things, decor. The windows are the greatest. This is good. So cheerful.
Okay. So this is, wow. This is not even an owner's version. This is just a regular version. So you got your sink in the middle, as you can see on there. Hello. And I'm guessing your head's on this side. Yeah. So your head's in its own separate thing with a little hatch above it. On this side you have your own separate shower. Then you have plenty of storage, unlike the smallest of the Fountaine Pajot. You've got plenty of storage on the left side. Oh my goodness. You've got a little like desk with a TV set. More storage underneath. And then your queen size bed. Oh, and storage here. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the way a cabin should be set up. Plenty of storage.
Less of a steep staircase. We'll start in the forward berth. The berths on this model are mounted on the side.
There's a lot more storage than these boats.
Yeah.
So let me open things for you. You stand back and film.
Okay.
So this is the back cabin, which you're about to see, is even bigger. But this is the front cabin, and it's got a sideways bed this time.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I like the sideboard beds. That's now on a list of my mandatories.
Air conditioning is blowing like crazy from under here. You feel it. So in here you've got your sink and your separate shower. And this is not nearly as impressive. It's not nearly as impressive as you're going to see in the back cabin.
Oh, I'll just peek at the closet here. An actual full closet with the.
What you have in this much better, bigger back cabin, you have your own separate head here. You've got your sink,
Grooming area.
mirror grooming area. You've got your separate shower
love
over
that.
here, which is nice. Then down this hallway you can see there's storage all the way along this left wall. And then once you get in here, turn, and what do you got? You got your own TV and your own desk.
Oh my!
With more storage.
It's the owner's version.
Yeah, it's like an owner's version, but it's not. There's actually 2 cabins on the side. You got plenty of light. You got a full-size queen bed. And you've even got cabinetry up here. These white cabinets.
Which I just like.
And a shelf below for like books or whatever else you want to keep. So this is almost like an owner's version without it actually being an owner's version. That's pretty impressive. I mean, this is almost like, you know, if you could pick this up in the used market and you can't find an owner's version in a Hilly of 44 and you could afford a bigger 50, this is acceptable. And look at how much storage space you have, you know, behind your couches
Like
here.
in these settees as well.
So, let me just sit where the pilot station is. So this is the seat from the pilot station. So you're sitting on the couch, you've got your wheel and all your instruments here. And you have your winches accessible right in front of you. And then you kind of have to stand up to see the bows, because if you sit you really can't quite see them. You can definitely see the starboard bow easily. I can't see the port valve because there's so much padding and stuff in the way. If I come over here, I can kind of see it. But yeah, seeing the port side bow might be a little bit more challenging. So, you got a little sunscreen hang down here, so very nice covered area for your pilot area, captain's area. Okay, so we just got off the Saba 50 and very impressive.
Yeah.
Of course, it would
yeah.
be. It's 50 feet long and probably like, I don't know how many feet wide.
The galley was great, the interior was great. And the finishings aren't as good as they used to be on the Fountaine Pajot. The wood is,
yeah.
You know, it used to be much more wood-like, and the wall
Rounder.
finishings, I don't know, like, that would be kind of the downfall.
Yeah.
Like some of the
I guess I forgot about that because all the Fountaine Pajots have the same cabinetry now.
Yeah, the same interior cabinetry,
Yeah.
same wall covering,
Yeah.
which I think could be improved.
Yeah, it's more,
Anyway,
it feels a little bit IKEA, like very square
the wall
corners.
covering, I'm a bit
Yeah, notice that on the first
mystified,
boat.
but whatever.
Kind of got a faux vinyl
And it's
covering.
not even glued down, it's just pulled and
Yeah, it's
and I
stapled
guess-
probably.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
firmly stuck on the wall.
So this is the first production boats we've met, done all of them yet, so we'll see. But so far, we love the Saba of the
Yeah.
3 we've seen so far.
We could happily live on the 44.
Yeah, the Helia 44 is probably in our
Happily.
price range.
The
when we-
Saba was a bit like much,
Yeah.
maybe. But if there was one for sale for a great price and we could afford it and it was in great condition, we
Yeah.
could get that. That's an
Yeah, it's all like, it's almost like every time you go up to a bigger house than a bigger house, if you're looking at a house,
Yeah, I
they
don't
look
like
nicer.
doing housework.
Yeah.
So I mean, bigger boat, more scrubbing,
more work to do, for sure, more maintenance. So, and more expensive maintenance, because when a winch goes down,
Yeah.
it's a bigger winch, and when a sail rips, it's a bigger sail. So, yeah, everything, and of course, when you have to tie up somewhere and moor somewhere, if you ever go to a marina, it's going to cost a lot more to put a 50-foot there than a 44-foot there. So, yeah, definitely more expense all the way around. So, but if we found a 50 at a really, really good price, we would probably consider it.
We would.
It's got a lot of things going for it.
It does.
So now we're going to go see
It's Saona 47.
47. Oh,
New,
so
new 2017. First
we just
one.
accidentally jumped to the 50. We should have done the 47, but we'll do that now.
Oh, whoopsie.
Oops. All right, we'll see that now. Okay, this boat is very, very, very busy because it's new for 2017. Saona 47. So it's smaller than the 50 we just saw, but it seems like they've used the space better inside because the owner's version cabin was just absolutely massive. And you can tell when they go to the newer versions, they're not having the raised hatches anymore. They're now flush. So, yes, it's nice. You don't stub your toe on it. And then, kind of an interesting thing, there's kind of a smaller trampoline than you'd expect, but a bigger seating area, cushion area. So you can see there's cushions on either side, then there's a hatch to get to your anchor locker, which they've lifted those cushions off of. And your anchor locker is here, huge anchor locker. Put everything you'd ever want to store down there. And then we had trouble getting the starboard side because there was just so many people, but the boat is very impressive and they use the space really well. It feels to be almost the same size as a Saba 50. And like every other Fountaine Pajot, it's the sports seating. You're sort of sitting halfway up so you can still talk to people in the covered salon, outdoor salon. Excuse me.
We might not have actually.
And then they have this cork flooring. I don't know if this is new.
Up into this upstairs seating area. Lots of people want to check out this boat. But this is comfortable on a starry night. I like to sit out and watch stars. This will do. Can fit a few people on this settee and then a couple more lying down. It's nice, so it's like an in-between. You get the benefits of a flybridge and the advantages of a sport cockpit. And access to the main area. Flooring here. And then interesting for the dinghy mount. Dinghy would go on top of this, I guess. Beautiful shiny table.
And like all the other Fountaine Pajots, you've got a outdoor fridge.
You'll have to spend 5 hours logging.
And then you have a optional ice maker. And this is the galley. There's a lot of people on the galley, so I don't know if we'll get a chance to get an unobstructed view. But
Big settee.
You're already right there. Vortex
Here.
starboard side. Yes.
Oh, this one has a barbecue attachment.
We've got
This is
BVI
good.
charters in Tortola.
Oh, it's popular because it's new this year. So, the usual ice maker and
Just the kind of founding
Beer fridge.
members of it.
we'll do inside first. Okay, so we're going to go down on the starboard side first. Okay, there's a lot of people down there. Okay, we're in the owner's version on the port side. And this is
Saona.
Saona 47. So we have
So big and open.
lots of space here, like lots of space. And you've got your cabinetry here, this white cabinetry. And then a nice queen size bed. Very spacious hallway.
Lots of cupboards.
Lots of cupboards.
Wide hallway, like wide.
Really wide.
Lots of
Almost
elbow
crazy
room.
wide. I don't know why it needs to be this wide. but-
Yeah, lots of elbow room here.
Yeah, so you got
Little
your desk.
A little stool.
You probably could have made the desk bigger because there's so much room. They could
Yeah,
have made
they
the desk bigger, but nonetheless, can't complain about too much space. You know, area to hang your clothes. More cabinetry back here. Then you got a really massive sink area. And then a head back here, separate head. And check out this shower when I turn around. Look at the size of this thing. Separate shower with a glass wall. That's impressive. And this is smaller than the last boat, this is a 47. The last boat, the
Yeah.
Saber we saw is a 50. So this is on the starboard side, going towards the front. You've got the, kind of the sideways bed up here. And in here, knowing the way things are in the past, and this is the separate shower, sink, toilet for this room. Okay, we just finished the final boat at Fountaine Pajot. It's the Saona 47. What did you think?
It was very nice.
Yes, it's a modern boat. You can tell they've kind of thought about the space a little bit better. So the
There were some
47,
improvements
yeah,
over,
yeah, the 47
newer models.
had features very similar to the Saba 50, which is kind of an older design. You can tell with the newer designs that they've gone with the flush
hatches.
hatches on the deck, which is nice. There's no stubbing your toe on the hatch that sticks up.
And the stargazing deck is a nice addition up
Yeah.
there. Like that, you could sit up on a beautiful night.
Like the Saba has a lot of padding up on the top deck, but this one has padding at the front as well, like lots of padding.
And on the very top.
And on the top, so we're really thinking of a lot of laying around room, lounging room. So the Saona 47 is definitely a nice addition to the Fountaine Pajot fleet, and so we like it. It would definitely be a possible boat for our future.
Yes.
So that's pretty much it for Fountaine Pajot, and we'll end the episode here. The next episodes are going to cover Lagoon and Leopard. So those two companies we'll cover next, because those companies will also have a lot of boats to cover. And then the final episode will probably be all the custom boat builders. Like if you look behind me, there's that Exquisite. Let me just turn the camera around. We loved that boat last year, the Exquisite, but it's way out of our price range. But nonetheless, something to really show you viewers is the Exquisite is exquisite. And there's also the St. Francis that we like, and the Cape Catamaran Majestic 53 we like. But all those custom boats are probably a little out of our price range. And limited supply, because they don't build a lot of those boats. I think the Exquisite only builds like 4 boats a year, and same with Majestic and all that. They're 4 or 5 to 6 boats a year, so pretty hard to expect to see those on the used market cheap. So probably not a boat we're going to end up with, but worth showing the viewers. So stay tuned for those episodes that are upcoming. Until next time, what should they do?
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And until next episode, safe cruising. Okay, that covers all the Fountaine Pajots at the show, and let's summarize now. When we're ready to go and we sell everything we own, we still probably won't have enough money to buy a brand new catamaran. So we have to think about what will be on the used market. The Ep87 and the Saba 50 have been on the market for a few years, so there'll probably be a bunch of them on the used market when we're ready. The Heli is probably more in our price range, but we'd love to have the 50. The next episodes will cover the Lagoons, and last year the Lagoon 450S was our favorite production boat. Stay tuned to see if that's still true.